best in sports entertainment. We're here live empowerment, you would say. Team that's me to agree with the team and the family. So I got a special guest, another special guest here on TBISC today. I got my guy, Speedy Dean, as they call him, Kadeen, Speedy Dean Hunter. This is a young killer, currently, I bet you 4-0 right now, Speedy, right?
Yeah, 4-0, 4 knockouts.
4-0. 4-0, 4 knockouts. You heard he said 4-0, 4 knockouts for those who weren't listening. This is a young guy that I see, on the internet. I reached out to him and said, listen, I want to interview you because I like the hard work that he's doing. I see him in the gym all the time. I see him, perfecting his craft. He's up and coming. I believe he's going to be a world champion one day. Speedy, thanks for coming on the show. Outlaw, thanks for coming. This is his father, Outlaw. So as everyone know, these guys are, you don't see one without the other. So what's going on with you, Speedy? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm a little tired today.
A little tired today? Why? What's going on with you? Sparring, working out, just?
Nah, I went to sleep too late.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What you doing? Up gaming? What you doing?
I was up watching movies with my little cousin last night.
Oh, yeah? The young guy at the gym the other day? Oh, yeah? Where you from? Houston, he said? What's
No, he thinking about little Buddy.
No, I ain't thinking about Buddy. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the boy. Yeah, I did the little interview.
It's Amara Lee here. We're here with Kadeem, Speed Dean Hunter, and he fighting at the 2300 arena. Come get y'all tickets. And it's gonna be another knockout. It's gonna be another body.
You up all night. You here now. You gotta go train today, right?
Yeah.
At some point. So what's going on? What's a normal regimen for you, Speedy? What's a normal daily regimen as far as a normal workout for you when you getting prepared for a fight?
Same thing every day today. I wake up, play the game a little bit, eat, then just go to the gym. Or after that,
okay.
And after the gym, if I'm with my cousin's son, we might go to the mall, or like later that night at say around 8, 9, we might go to the movies.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you're currently 4-0, right?
Yes.
4 knockouts. Now, how long have you been boxing?
I've been boxing since I was a baby, but I've been off and on in the gym now. Like when I really started to take it serious and take off with it, I was 16.
16? And how old are you now?
I'm 18.
18 years old.
I'll be 19 June 24th.
Okay. Now, Outlaw, I talked to you in the gym the other day. You spoke about him, having him around boxing, and you said you saw a lot of things in him. And you also even made a statement that you said that he's going to be a lot better than you based on what you saw.
Yeah.
What leads you to believe that your son was going to have a better career or be better than you as a fighter? What makes you believe that?
For one, he has me, somebody that been already up to the top, and he ain't going. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes that I made for myself for him.
Okay.
So, and I know a lot about the sport. It's really nothing that I haven't seen. So, that's why I think he could be better than me. I think that. I think he more powerful than me. I think he more elusive. I think that he got a lot of things. Even though I was good, I was real good. But I think that the stuff that I'm putting in him, as far as the agility, the elusiveness, the power, I think that he got all the things to be better than me.
Yeah, and to see a father-son tandem, like you guys, for you, his well-being outside of the ring as well as inside of the ring, I'm assuming that's your number one priority as a father. So ultimately with that, you're going to invest everything you can into that's number one priority.
Everything that I have. Ain't my money, everything goes strictly to him. As far as him being the best.
Wow. So
whatever I got to do to make him the best, make him better than me, I'm going to do it. It don't matter how much it costs, how much time it take, he got to be better than me.
Wow. Now, Speedy, to hear that from your father, man, and to be, you be around your father every day, and you hear him say it, I'm pretty sure you might hear him say a lot of different things to you all the time, but to hear him say these things to you all the time and knowing that there's belief in what he's saying as your father, you know genuinely that he cares about you, loves you, wants the best for you. How does that feel to have that type of support around you?
No, it's just, it feels good to have it knowing that as somebody in my corner that's backing me for real. Yeah. And it's not somebody that's just throwing me out there that don't care about me. So I know he care about me. So it's I really don't gotta do much because he gonna do it all. Wow. All I gotta do is fight.
Work out and listen.
Yeah.
Now, Does that make it easier for you, like when you in the ring? Like, I heard, people say, like I sat with Jerron Boots Ennis, and he spoke about when he's fighting, out of all the hoopla, the screaming and the hollering, he can hear his father's voice. Is that the same thing that goes on with you when you in the ring? So you only listen to your father. You only hear him speaking. You like, I can hear what he's telling me to do. You going right ahead and following the game plan. Yeah. So have your father in your corner. Have your father as your trainer. And you're now 4-0. You just beat Bernardo Menzano, I believe, something like that. Was that April? What was that April? Was that April 6th? What day was that? April 5th. So you beat him he bleeding. You punishing him. How does that feel? Is that your style? I want to go in there and just punish him, or were you more so, wait for the knockout to come? Is that something, or you just going in there trying to get them out of there if they don't belong in the ring with you?
It's both. It just depends on who I'm fighting. So if it's somebody of like a higher caliber, I'm not just going there like that. Like I'm actually like take my time, like find where to play shots and everything. But if it's somebody that's at a lower caliber, no, I'm just going.
So how do you make that assumption when you're in the ring? How do you know, like, all right, he shouldn't be in here with me? How did you know? It's like when you first do a clinch. Because I heard I was talking to Floyd Mayweather. He mentioned, like, he was like, yo, as soon as I get in the ring with them, he said when I clinch with them, I can feel how strong they are. I can throw a certain jab or do a certain feint, and I can see where they are. Is that the same thing for you? Like when you clinch with them, what do you do to fill them out and know whether they're on the same level with you?
I come out the ring. I come out my corner like a little lazy. I come out my corner a little lazy, throw a jab to see them how they react off of it.
Okay.
If they're gonna take advantage of me coming out lazy, then I know I need to
step it up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so it's kind of like the same thing, like Floyd was saying. Like I can tell, like I was at the gym and he was telling me, like he was like, look, when I'm in here, I might clinch with him, or I might throw, like same like you said, I come out, I might throw a lazy jab or a certain kind of jab at him, and I can tell where they at. Even being at that caliber level with a fighter him, and you even thinking like that says a lot about you and where you can go. Because you said the exact same thing that he said to me, and we all know who Floyd Mayweather is. Yeah. Now, you and your father, right? Y'all in the gym. We came through, as you guys already saw. You saw the footage of us being in the gym with Speedy. He's hitting heavy back, speed back in the ring. Now, is there ever a time when you're in the gym and you like, I gotta go harder because I just feel like I gotta make a statement? Is that something that you do you feel it all the time when you're working out? Because we look at you hitting the heavy bag. Your father made a statement. He said, try to bust the heavy bag. Is that something that motivates you, or you trying to? Is that just your mentality when you training, fighting?
That's my mentality, but I'm the kind of guy that like I wake up on like different sides of the bed like each day. Yeah. So like certain days I be ready just to go at people. Some days I be chill. Mm-hmm. But mainly my motivation come from like the people like that be like around, or that people that like be talking about oh, your dad did this, your dad did that, he was that and this, and I was like, hey, it's a lot to amount to, but like it's just, like I feel like I can do it though. Wow.
Now your father gave a story to me. He said like, hey, listen, your name was, you had a different name, and I also was able to meet your mom when I came to the gym. Now, your dad took outlaw. He said, explain to us the story. What happened, man? What happened with that name change? You said
he was going to court. He was, I think he was about 3-4 months, maybe 3-4 months, and I was in court, and they was like, you here for Kadeen Munson? I said, huh? I said, his name ain't no damn Kadeen. I said, I don't got no son ain't no damn Kadeen. I looked at her. She just kept staring at the judge. I said, my son name is Eric Hunter. So I looked at her like, what boy you talking about? They was like, I was like, man, how y'all do that? I'm like, she forged my name off the job. And one day she was like, yeah. I was like, why would you do that? Oh, cause you had another girl pregnant. I was like, what? That was like the craziest thing. But I'm like, damn, that's my first son. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Your first son, he carry everything.
Exactly.
So I'm like, man, damn.
But that just shows a testament of the bond y'all have. Like, that you in his corner right now, y'all together.
Yeah.
Every day, I'm assuming, right? Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And that just shows a testament of y'all bond, and then like y'all just want y'all in the
It was rough though. It
Yeah.
was rough. His life was rough. It wasn't easy. He comes off like he's a humble kid.
Yeah.
As far as all the stuff that he's been through in life, I'm surprised at the way he is. Because he a great kid. He don't get into nothing. He ain't outside. He ain't bothering nobody. He ain't in nobody way. He don't hate on nobody. He don't talk bad about nobody. He stay in his own lane. He don't got no beef with nobody. And so for him to go through all the stuff that he went through, as far as with me and his mom and all that stuff, us going back and forth, me trying to be in his life, me out his life, because that's the reason why he's really started taking it serious.
Yeah.
So when I had my chance to to see what he got, because I never want him to box. He know that. I never want him to box. I said, let me take all the risk.
Yeah.
But by me going through all the stuff with, coming up as a fighter, girls and stuff like that, I never want him to go through that. So, but one day we was just chilling. We was just in the gym. We was just chilling. And he was like, Dad, I want to do the mitts. So he was like 7. So I was like, damn, I think he was better when he was 7. So I'm like, damn, he all right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Then, there's no exaggeration. This about 6 more years, maybe 6 to 7. So about 6 more years. He was like 13. I threw him in there. He sparred one of the best kids in the world, in the country. And I said,
he was number 1.
Yeah, and I said, damn, he could do it. Wow. I was scared. Man, don't do this. My guy that was one of my partners, James, he was around. He's like, no, I got some work. I got some easy work, and I got some work that's gonna be right there. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then one day, we go to the gym. One of the girls I was dealing with at the time, she into the boxing. I don't really know none of the little kids.
Yeah.
So I say, so she said, see, I don't know if I can curse, but she was like, shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? She's like, you know who that is? I was like, nah. Because I don't want to say his name, but I was like, nah. He was like, yo, he the best. I said, oh, damn, I cursed my man out. I said, man, why you ain't tell me who this way before? So he like, yo, Dad. He like tapped me like, yo.
Yeah, I was like, chill, I got it.
He's like, yo, chill, I got this. But I know why he said I got it, because I said I was going to get him a game. I told him I was going to take him to the mall, get him a game. About whatever y'all need to get, I'm going to take y'all to the mall, y'all do good today.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he like, chill, I got him. Shorty came out, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, so he come back. I said, well, ain't nothing you could tell me now. You gonna box.
So you knew right then and there what you had, what he had, and what his potential was.
Cause and then you know, today these kids is dying, so I didn't want my son to die. So that was another thing. I said, I can't let my son die, because I was helping all these kids out, because I was training a lot of kids. The only kid I wasn't helping was my own. So it was taking effect on me. I was like days I was crying, and I didn't understand. Like, damn. I'm like, man, I just need my son. So I was like, I'm cool with training all the other kids. I love all my young boys, but my son should still be able to be around this. Yeah. So if I got my son involved in this, I feel as though I could save my son. So that was my thing. Let me save my son. So I said, he was like, Daisy, I don't want to box. His mom, Daisy, oh, he ain't you and this and that. I said, he gonna be better than me. It's not about you, it ain't about me, it's about him. So at the end of the day, I want to save my son.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my son to be nobody that had to take orders from people, didn't know what his worth is, because a lot of these kids don't know what's their worth. And I wanted to let them know that you got a gift. Don't let nobody tell you that you got to do this or do that. I wanted you to chase the gift, because you have that.
Yeah. And
a lot of times, a lot of fathers don't see it, but I be seeing it. You know what I mean? I don't want, like some fathers might say, you go work that job over there. They just want to be safe. Everybody want their kids just to be safe. Me, my thing is, you can't be great if you don't take chances. Chances make champions. That's how I look at it. and you got a gift. And everybody not gifted. Some people is talented, but he gifted because everything that I showed him, he did it. It didn't take forever to do it. Like he just told you, he took boxing serious at 16. He 18 now. That tells you a lot about him.
Let me ask you a question. So how do you balance out being a father and being a trainer? How do you find balance with that?
You know, when we in the gym, I ain't your dad. Outside, we could do whatever you want. He'll tell you. I told him, you want to play around, you want to do all this stuff, you want your dad. Right now, it's man time. So at the end of the day, in the gym, we box, we serious. Home, we can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. So boxing, when we home, I might make him watch boxing a few times. Look at this guy, look what he do. But I don't drill him with it. Yeah. I don't want him to understand, like, me and his relationship is based on boxing.
Up and coming.
I'm your dad. Like, I play basketball, he'll tell you, I play basketball with him. I do everything with him. Just so he don't think that I'm just
trying to put foot on his neck.
Yeah, I ain't, no. Because I understand it. I was at the top with it. Yeah. It's times I wanted my dad there. He wasn't there. You know what I mean? Days I wanted to talk to my dad. He didn't want to talk. He wasn't a talker. Me, I do everything with him. I talk about life experiences, boxing, what to do, what not to do, what could get you killed, what could save you. I talk about everything. Girls, anything he'll tell you, I talk to him about everything. I don't try to miss steps with him because I feel as though growing up I missed a lot of steps with him. Yeah. And I just want him to know that I'm your father, but I'm your friend as well. Just so I don't want to just be a drill sergeant on you. Yeah. But I'm firm. Mm. But just know when we in this gym and when we got business to handle, let's handle business.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Yo, you already know who it is, man. If you don't know, call your cable provider and get your Wi-Fi fixed, man. It's your boy Charlie Clips, battle rap GOAT, Wildin' Out legend, man. And it's an honor to be here. You know what I mean? One of the dopest clothing lines they got out right now. You understand what I'm saying? And you see what it say, right? Hollow Man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm from Harlem. That's where I came from. So, you know, a Harlem man, you know what I mean? Had to show up and wear that Hollow Man. You understand what I'm saying? So.
Exactly. Now, you speak about the gym. You know, is there any notable, I'll say this, is there any notable names, people that you may have sparred that have, you know, notable names that you may have sparred, you feel like, hey, listen, I held my own with some like pros, people that got, you know, a lot of fights and so forth and so on.
Yeah. It's a couple people because when I started sparring pros.
You start sparring pros when you was a kid. The first pro you probably sparred, let me see, that was good.
Was you?
Was me.
Yeah.
Sparred me first.
Yeah, I sparred you first.
So I told him, I'd rather beat you up first before I let somebody else beat you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I let him get his little stuff off, and I make him cry, make him mad. Then I say, shut up. Stop crying, be a man. So I always don't, if you can hit me, you should be able to hit anybody. Yeah. Because one thing you don't want to hit is your parent. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you can hit me, you should have a problem hitting nobody else. And you don't hold nothing back. Wow. So I was the first person that hurt him, and I want to be the last person to do it. So if he do get hurt, he understand it. Oh, my dad did that already. So I was the first person. Then the second person he was in the ring with Mickey Bay. He did a couple rounds with Danny. He did a couple rounds with Cool Boy Steph. He did a lot of rounds with a lot of great fighters.
Wow. And how was that for you? How was that experience getting in the ring with Cool Boy? You know, Cool Boy, decorated champion, Mickey Bay, all these guys, man. You know, he's mentioned Danny Garcia, decorated, as you know. And I saw you at his gym before. I think he was there for the media day. I was there before he fought Laura. I think I saw you there. Yeah. So how was it like sparring these guys? What did you learn from these guys?
I learned that the pros is different from amateurs, but since I already kind of had like the pro style, because he never like really like taught me like in the amateurs you go out there throw like a rack of shots and everything, but he never really like gave me that. It was always pick your shots, box a little bit, see what you got. If you don't got none, get up out of there. Mm-hmm. But sparring them, it was just like, yeah, the pros are different, but it was much more so me than the amateurs was. Mm-hmm. because in the pros I could take my time, and the amateurs it's just I go out there, guns blazing, and I let the whole mag go.
Wow. Now you spar on these pros. You're in there. You spar on these pros. What's some of the best advice you got from anybody that your father just mentioned? You know, whether it was Danny Garcia, Cool Boy Steph. What's some of the advice you got from some of them guys?
I mean, Danny told me just listen to your dad, stay loyal, and just stick with the game plan. Yeah. That's the same thing everybody tell me. Wow. Because my dad know what he talking about. They be like, yeah, dad know what he talking about. He done been through it. He done seen everything there is to see with the boxing game, the pros and cons, the ups and downs and all that. Just like the bad and the good.
What's up, y'all? This is Rick, checking in with TBISC, the best in sports entertainment. And we're checking in with Kaden Hunter. Has a fight coming up at the 2300 Arena. Check him out. The young kid is on fire. Real good. This is going to be not a knockout or a stoppage. That's what we're looking for. One of the best coming out of Philadelphia right now. And we fighting at the 2300 on May 10th at South Swanson Street in Philadelphia. So check him out. Kadeen is no joke. I show y'all a highlight on my channel at Boxing X-Ray. But this is sport. This is TBISC right now. The best in the business. You know, the ESPN in the hood. So check them out. Make sure you log in for that fight. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, and you know, and I want to say something to you as well. Like I said, I've been around a few people who have trainers like tight ties with fathers. You know, as you go up the success ladder, there's going to be a lot of people that's not around you now. They're going to try to come and be a part of what you got going on, because you have the skill, you have the potential, the future is bright for you. Just remember who's there from day one. Just always remember that. And I'm pretty sure that's the same thing that they was telling you, because when you have a talent like you have, at some point, everybody around you see it now. Like your father sees it, your close friends, Danny Garcia, Cool Boy Steph, these guys that you mentioned see it now. But as you rack up more and more victories, now you're gonna people start putting a magnifying glass on you, and then people coming from you left and right, as your dad already know. Like he spoke about it, the women, the friends, the people that you thought you had, that you don't know, so forth and so on. So knowing that, the best advice that I can give you is listen to your father. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure Outlaw can say the same thing, because, you know, like he said, he's been there and he cares about you regardless. You know, right or wrong, weak or strong, no money or nothing, your father's gonna be there. Now, Outlaw, for you.
Yeah.
You know, you've been around all boxers. Mm-hmm. You know, you've seen all styles. What style do you think that what boxer would you compare your son to and say he has a part of that DNA, or he's cut from that cloth?
Well, Fredo, he got me. I see a lot of me in him. I see a little bit of Pernell Whitaker, Floyd. I see a lot of old school in him.
Wow.
I don't see a lot of new school in him. I see a lot of old school. Again, like he told you, I ain't trained him to be no amateur boxer. I never did. I never had a chance to. So because every time I got him in the gym, it was getting older and older and older. Yeah. And he wasn't a small kid, so I couldn't teach him to go out there and throw punches and bunches. His first fight, he was at 132, 125 or something like that. Yeah. Somewhere around. He going on his fifth fight. He 4-0, 4 KOs. We trying to get 5-0, 5 KOs, or just a beat down for somebody. But he definitely improving pretty fast. That's right. Stay sharp. That's right. Don't let your head touch him. Pivot around. You got him right there. Try to make it one stop. Here we go. Even off that right side, try to make one move instead of two. Right there. Here we go. Here we go. Somewhere around there. So I couldn't go out there and around that weight class. They punching. Yeah. So my thing was, I'm gonna teach him the ropes. I'm not looking for him to be the best amateur. I'm looking for him to be the best boxer. So I want you to be world class. So being the best amateur don't give you no money. Being the best boxer in the world give you some money. You know what I mean? Best pro. Yeah. So I would consider him a Pernell, Floyd, power like Tank, Zab Judas and all that. I love Zab because Zab like one of my favorite.
Fighters, yeah.
Yeah. So I would compare him to. I see a lot of me. Floyd, Pernell, and Zab.
Now,
as far as speed and power.
Speedy, who is your favorite fighters? Give me your top 5 fighters right now that you say that are your your favorite fighters right now.
Like of this day?
I mean, we can do past and we can do present. Who are your favorite fighters from the top 5 favorite fighters who aren't fighting right now from the past, and who are your top 5 current fighters right now?
Pernell Whitaker, Shane Mosley, Floyd, Sugar Ray Robertson, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay. And now your top 5 current fighters that you see that's right now that you say you look at it and like say they got skills.
Tank, Arthur B2B, Shakur.
You like Abdullah?
Yeah, Abdullah. I forgot about him.
My guy, Cleveland.
Crazy. Yeah, him. I don't think I got no one else.
Okay. Now, another question I got.
You like Boots?
Oh, Boots.
Yeah,
You can't forget Boots. You just can't get Boots.
Just said he was gifted. We were just there. He's like, no, he gifted.
Yeah, I was at his fight. Yeah, I was like, no, Boots gifted.
Yeah, Boots definitely got skills. Shout out to Boots. Now we seen the fight just recently. I know you mentioned Tank. So we seen the fight just recently with Tank and Lamont Roach. That fight, really interesting fight. They supposed to fight again, I believe, they haven't actually said the actual date, but they fight again in the summer. From what they're saying, possibly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think that fight will be different? If it was the second time around.
I think.
Yeah. That fight is totally different.
I don't know.
Y'all don't think that fight will be totally different?
I don't know, because they know each other too well.
Yeah.
And when two fighters know each other too well, it don't even matter about opinions. Oh, I just like Tank. Oh, I just like Lamont.
Fight a different way.
They both, it's like Tank might be stronger with that other kid he just fought before Lamont. But he might not be nothing to Lamont. I don't know. I know both of them kids. They good. Both of them good guys. I think the fight gonna be the same. I think it's gonna be close. I think whoever take control of the fight. Cause like the first fight, I think Lamont, you could have said he could have won, but I feel as though he didn't take control of the fight. Like, all right, I'm hitting you with this. I'm gonna take it from you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You gotta beat the champion.
I feel as though that he should have, cause the rounds I was giving, I don't get me wrong, I was giving him the rounds. Mm-hmm. But I understand when you the man in boxing too. Yeah. And I still think Tank wasn't at his best. I think Tank was just going through something mentally. Me personally. Yeah. I'm not saying it's true. I don't know. I said me personally. But Lamont, yeah, you could have easily give it to Lamont. But I feel as though he just looked like I'm here too. But I just feel as though he ain't like, let me stomp him. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times I seen him stumble Tank back. I just didn't feel as though he didn't, like, let me jump on him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because even with that, Tank is real dangerous.
Right.
So he probably,
and I understand that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he got that knockout power. Mm-hmm. But I feel as though Lamont took his best shot. So, and us as fighters, that once we feel a shot, if I feel as though I can take it, I'm going to go to work.
So what do you think Tank can do different next in the next fight? You think that he can do different?
I think he need to stay mentally locked in.
Yeah. What about you, Speedy? We think Tank can do different next in the next fight?
Just be him. I'm gonna be honest. When he fought Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for real. Like when you watch all the other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conferences, he was just saying he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like himself.
He just felt like I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tank that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it. I didn't see it that fight, and I understand it too. When us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he don't, but maybe at a point in his life, like I want to be with my kids, and I don't really want to get punched and stuff like that. And it's, you know, we got ups and downs. I know that he is one of the best, and he really like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I really think that. I really think that he just needed. If he gonna fight him again, I just want him to, you know, probably got to go train in a dark place. You know what I mean, on some Mr. T type of thing.
Go back to Baltimore with, you know, and go back to where all started at.
Just lock in.
Now, another fight we got coming up. Well, I'll say this. Fighter from Philly we just saw. Y'all just spoke about it. Jerron Boots, and it's just put on a masterful performance. What do you think about Boots' performance up there in AC?
I think he looked good.
Yeah, he looked good.
Do you think anybody can beat Boots at 147?
No. No way.
None of them. Now, the 147 pound division right now, it seems like it's like, you know, I don't know. Do you think it's a real deep pool of fighters right now at 147?
Not for him.
Like it was when they had Crawford, Spence, all those guys there?
Right now, this is his era.
Yeah.
It don't even matter if they is got somebody. It's just, I tell people all the time, boxing has its moments.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a chance. So it's just his chance. This is his era.
Yeah.
147, nobody's beating him. I don't give a damn who they find. I don't care who they find somebody in the basement. They said it was good. That's 20-0, 20 knockout.
Yeah.
They not beating him. They're not beating him.
So yeah, he spoke about that. He said, "Hey, listen, man. You know, these guys won't fight me, but he's able to get the fight just recently against one of the champions. But now there's two other champions, Mario Barrios and
Brian Norman
Jr. out there. So we'll see what happens next in regards to Boots. But we wish Boots the best. Now, another thing I want to say about you, as a fighter. What is your goal for this year? What do you see yourself? I know you got a fight coming with May 10th, I believe.
Yeah, May 10th.
May 10th. So you get past this fight May 10th. What's next for you? Or you just focus on May 10th right now?
I'm just focused on May 10th.
Yeah. Okay. Ain't looking too far ahead. Just focusing on. Now, did you ever figure out who your opponent's gonna be for the May 10th event? Not yet. Just whoever they put in front of you. You just ready.
Yeah, even when he look at the people, I don't really be like too pressed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because same thing I tell people when I'm in the gym. You can't be like too pressed about who you gonna fight because not everybody gonna fight you the same way, and everybody don't fight the same. So if you do watch your opponent, yeah, you can see like the little mistakes they make and everything, but it might be different when it's you in there with them. Because it's a different kind of adrenaline rush when you're fighting somebody and you know you can by chance get knocked out or worse, like your body it reacts differently.
Now, I know you guys press time. We'll ask a few questions, just to kind of.
Are you good?
Okay, cool. I know you guys got to train, but let me ask you a question. I know you spoke about Shakur Stevenson. You said that was a fighter that you look at as a really good fighter.
He great.
If Tank is to get past Lamont Roach, if they were to fight the rematch, and Shakur and Tank fight, what do you think? I ain't saying pick a winner. I know how politics go in boxing. How do you think that fight plays out in as far as them two fighting?
That's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they like two like different attributes. You are Tank on the other hand, power, speed. You got Shakur. He a range type, so you got to find Shakur, but Shakur already got you there. So it's just like Tank gonna have to come forward
to get to Shakur.
Yeah,
do you think Tank really gets up for that fight more than Outlaw? Think he really gets up for that fight more than he would get up for Lamont?
Yes.
So you think you probably see a different type of animal?
Yes.
Because of all the hoopla, all the talk, and everything that goes on with it, so you probably see a different.
Yes, because it's action
Exciting.
around it. It's excitement around it. Lamont, I knew about Lamont. Tank knew about Lamont, but the people ain't know about Lamont.
Yeah.
So Tank is a superstar, so he ain't really tripping about. Oh, yeah, I know he can fight. Ooh, I beat him before in the amateur. Cool. I think I'm gonna just do the same thing.
Yeah.
But this time, he like, I ain't really tripping off him. Now, Shakur, everybody got him top. You gotta get up for that. I think both of them I think them two could bring the best out of each other. Yes. You know, because maybe we will get to see Shakur sit in the pocket a little bit and show that he ain't just a
mover.
Yeah.
So you might get in there and kind of exchange.
And plus, think about it, they both southpaws, so neither one of them got an advantage. The advantage is the angle is gone.
It's the same shot and everything.
So now they got y'all figured out. Gotta be thinking. Now your mental cap gotta come.
Who the best now?
Yeah.
Who the best southpaw?
Another fight I want to ask y'all about. You got Crawford possibly going to fight Canelo in September. They saying. What y'all thought? Y'all think the buzz is jumping up? What, 2 weight classes to fight Canelo? What they fighting at 68?
Yeah. My opinion first.
Yeah. What you think, Outlaw?
I want Crawford to win.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's in Canelo. He been there. He been punched on before. He been punched on. I don't know if it's wear and tear on him.
But he been hit by 75 pounds.
That's my problem. So my thing is, can Crawford take it? I think he can beat him, but can he take it? Like, can he take what Canelo gives him?
Because you saw that with the Charlo brother. I thought Charlo was going to do better, but it's the power. I was at that fight. In the fight, you can hear the punches, man.
I lost a bet.
You thought Charlo?
No, I thought that he was going to win more rounds.
Yeah.
I at least thought he was going to get 4 rounds.
Yeah, he got.
He ain't get. I think he got 1 round.
Probably the first round if they gave it to him, because Canelo let him.
Yeah, no.
Because Canelo gonna let you cruise. Anytime Canelo winning the first 3 rounds, or the first out of 3, win 2 out of 3 rounds from the beginning, you ain't coming to fight. Because Canelo starts late. Yeah. Canelo want to fill you out, punch you. All right, that's cool. I see what he got. You know what I'm saying? But he came out the gate winning. I was like, dude, I lost money on the rounds.
So that'll be an uphill battle for Crawford.
I think he could. I think that he can do it. I think it's an upscale battle. Of course, it's a battle. Both of them, they champion. Canelo's a mega superstar. You got Crawford. They're saying he's the best of this era, as far as the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He chasing greatness.
Do you think Crawford can pull off like you go back and watch the Floyd and Canelo fight? I know that was years ago. But do you think that Crawford can pull off that type of performance against Canelo? Being so he's bigger.
Hey, I'm one of them guys. I'm all about chasing greatness.
Yeah.
I think he can pull it off, but Crawford don't have the same agility as Floyd, as far as feet work, playing the game.
Yeah.
Crawford more, right there, pop, jab here, go southpaw, go. But Floyd more in your face, out your face. I'm in your face, but I'm not in your face. So that's 2 different styles.
So just go back to that fight. Now, a lot of people say that was one of Floyd's best performances.
Yeah, besides the Diego Corrales.
Because nobody never made Canelo look like that.
And nobody will.
And he was sitting, like you said, he was right there in front of him, not there.
Yeah, nobody will.
Canelo couldn't keep up. I know they're saying he was young, but Canelo had already had like 50 fights then.
I don't go for that. You got to think, Floyd 38 years old, 37 years old. What that got to do? You 20 years old, 50, 40 fights.
So Floyd was low. Floyd would have been 29, 30, and
what you'd have said then? Might have knocked him out.
All right. So now we got, just to give a lot of other Philly fighters, their flowers. You got Cool Boy Steph coming back, man. Coming back, winning both his last fights, and winning the belt versus Figueroa again. What's your thoughts on Cool Boy, man, coming back from his adversity, going over there? He said a lot of chips were stacked up against him over there versus Inoue. Coming back, winning the title, and then putting on a dominant performance again.
That was expected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One thing about Scooter is that he can fight. He can fight. He just need he can fight.
Yeah.
And Figueroa's style is
pressure, and it's like real awkward.
But it's easy pressure. It's easy pressure to beat. It's not difficult pressure. So the first fight, it was a little difficult because that was his first mega fight. But you got Figueroa, he was looking okay, but that style not hard to beat.
Yeah.
Of course you got to go with school to beating him and making it look easy. I'm just happy that he dealt with the adversity.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I mean, just coming from the anyway fight, people downing him, people, the comments getting to him and stuff like that. It was just a great way of coming back. Because I'm sure he went through depression. I went through it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like going through somewhere when you think you about to be the greatest and then it's gone.
Yeah.
So I understand what he went through. And by him having another chance to show his adversity, yeah, I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, shout out to Cool Boy. Shout out to Cool Boy for doing his thing. Now, boxing. We know boxing is a real brutal sport. How many fights did you think, it will be enough fights for you to say, I might call it quits? Or how many fights do you plan to have in your career? Is it something that you think about? A number? No number. Just, we're just going to see what happens. We're going to go out here and make it, put our best foot forward and check the outcome.
Yeah, because you never know, because it's still early.
Still early. You're 18, man. You're a kid, man.
Yeah, it's still early.
Kid. I got a 19-year-old son, so I understand.
Yeah.
Now, anything you want to say to your fans, man? Anything else you want to put out there in regards to your fans? How they can reach out to you, how they can check you out, up and coming events.
My Instagram is Speedy_Dean. I'm flying May 10th at the 2300 Arena, and you can expect to see another
dominant performance.
Yeah, good performance.
You heard him, another dominant performance. Yeah, we got his back. Myself, Outlaw, we got Speedy back. Speedy said another dominant performance on May 10th. Check them out. Where can they get tickets for the fight?
We got them.
Yeah, we got them.
But we sold out. We sold out at $65 seats, $150 seats, but we have $95 seats left.
Okay.
Come get them.
How can they get in contact with you for the tickets?
You could DM Speedy_Dean, or you could DM me Eric Hunter on Instagram.
Okay. Y'all heard it here first. Go check this fight out. You listen. You want to get there early. You know what I'm saying? And don't get out your seat, because as you can see, what Speed just did to Bernardo, his last fight, he had him bleeding and got him out of there. As you know, how many rounds is this fight?
6. He's gonna do a 6 round. It's his first 6 rounder. I'm trying to get him to fight somebody that's gonna give him something.
Okay.
So, and he's gonna be. I think he's supposed to be the co-main event on the card. So, but I'm looking for him to fight somebody that's gonna give him some rounds. Him to show a little bit more than what he's been showing. Because he's been knocking everybody out, but I want him to show the people what he really got a little bit more.
Yeah.
But y'all don't. I want all the people from Philadelphia, tri-state area, to come watch him, because he's something special.
Now your last fight was at the 2300 Arena. This could be a 2300 Arena again.
Yep.
Okay.
We trying to sell the place out.
So May 10th, at the 2300 Arena. Where can they find you for tickets again? Where can they reach out to you for tickets?
Speedy_Dean on his Instagram. You could DM him, or you could DM me, Eric Hunter. He don't deal with no tickets and stuff. Only thing he do is box. So you could hit me up, and you could hit him up, and he just tell his dad, just like that.
You heard it here first. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.
If you're a caregiver, please check your pay stubs to be sure you're paid for overtime. Here at Make It Care, we make sure you're getting paid time and a half for overtime. Call now.
Best boxing coaches in Philly right now, training his son, Kaden Hunter. And I believe right now, and I look in the camera and say, this dude is going to be a world champion. Mark my words, it's one of the most talented young kids that's coming out of Philly right now.